Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to anyone who watching this video. So for my group, we will be presenting about human embryonic and fetal development. So our group consists of 4 members. The first presenter will be me. My name is Allis Athirah Binti Mohd Saidi. My matrix number is AS10288 and I will be present about extra-embryonic membrane and first week. Second presenter will be Muhammad Imran Shah and Imran will be present about second, third, fourth and fifth week. Third presenter will be Muhammad Faiz. Faiz will be present about 6 through 8 weeks and the function of placenta. And last presenter will be Intan Namirah and Intan will be present about fetal development and the stages of birth. The learning outcomes from this topic. First, you should be able to name the membrane surrounding the human embryo and list their functions. Secondly, chronologically list the major events that occur during embryonic and fetal development. Last, describe the structure and functions of the placenta. In human embryonic and fetal development, macam yang kita tahu, jangka masa untuk seorang ibu pregnant is 9 months, iaitu the length of time from conception, which is fertilization followed by implantation in the endometrium to birth is 9 months. So in human development, dia terbahagikan kepada dua, iaitu embryonic development and fetal development. So semasa embryonic development, iaitu dalam masa bulan 1 sehingga ke bulan 2, major organs are formed, contoh macam jantung and so on. So next for the fetal development, iaitu dalam bulan 3 ke bulan 9, major organs tadi will become larger and refined. So development ni dia terbahagikan kepada 3, iaitu terbahagikan kepada 3 trimester. So semasa first trimester, embryonic and early fetal development will occur. So semasa second trimester, the embryonic will characterized by development of organs and systems. So by the end of second trimester, the fetus will appear as human. So in third trimester, the fetus will grow rapidly and organ system will become functional. Next, we move to the extra-embryonic membranes. So first of all, we need to understand what is the extra-embryonic membranes means. So extra kat sini maksud dia adalah outside. So the full meaning of extra-embryonic membranes is membranes yang berada di luar embryo. So the function of extra-embryonic membranes is actually to protect the embryo. So the extra-embryonic membranes ada 4, iaitu chorion, allantois, yolk sac and amnion. And the presence of extra-embryonic membranes in humans shows that we are related to the reptiles because the reptiles also have 4 extra-embryonic membranes ni. So first of all, the chorion. The function of chorion is to carry on gas exchange. Next, the amnion. Amnion contain the protective amniotic fluid which bathes the developing embryo. Next, allantois. Allantois is to collect nitrogenous waste. And last but not least, the yolk sac. Yolk sac is to provide nourishment to the embryo. So these are the extra-embryonic membranes that are found during the development of chicks and human. These are the extra-embryonic membranes that are found in chicks and these are the extra-embryonic membranes in human. So the function of extra-embryonic membranes in human has been modified to suit the internal development in our body. First, for the chorion here develop into the fetal half of the placenta and macam yang kita tahu, placenta ialah organ yang provide the embryo or the fetus with nourishment and oxygen and it also take away its waste. Next, we go for allantois. So the function of allantois is to accumulate the small amount of urine produced by the fetal kidneys and give rise to the urinary bladder. So the blood vessel of the allantois will become the umbilical blood vessel. Next, yolk sac. So the yolk sac is the first site of blood cell formations. Last, for the amnion. Amnion contains fluid to cushion and protects the embryo which will develop into a fetus. Move to the embryonic development, and during first week, cleavage will begin 30 hours after fertilization, and it will continue as the embryo passes through the uterine tube to the uterus. So bila embryo dah sampai dekat uterus on the third day, dia akan jadi morula. So morula ni dia akan transform into blastula, and in mammals, blastosis akan form. So blastosis ni dia ada fluid-filled cavity and a single layer of outer cells we'll call the trophoblast. So the trophoblast ni dia akan provide nourishment to the embryo and give rise to the chorion. And blastosis also has inner cell mass. And the inner cell mass ni dia akan jadi embryo which develops into a fetus. Next, Imran Shah will continue the presentation.
Hi guys, my name is Imran Shah Abdul Razak with matric number AS10460. I am the second presenter and will explain about the second week, third week, fourth week and fifth week of the human embryonic and fetal development.
Thank you, Allis, for inviting me to continue this presentation. So now I'm going to proceed the presentation about the second week of the human embryonic and fetal development. In this week, there are two components or process that occurs, which are implantation and gastrulation. Implantation is the attachment of the fertilized egg or blastocyst to the wall of the uterus at the start of the pregnancy. And the trophoblast begins to secrete human chorionic gonadotrophin (HCG), the hormone that is the basis for the pregnancy test. Hormon ni dapat maintainkan corpus luteum, di mana dia akan menyebabkan endometrium ni dimaintainkan, dikekalkan. Dinding endometrium ni adalah dinding uterus kan. Menstruation takkan berlaku, iaitu head. Dia akan preventing menstruation lah. Seperti yang kita tahu, corpus luteum ni ialah a yellow body form in the ovary from daripada follicle yang dah discharge daripada secondary oocyte. Itu kita dah belajar. Next, as the week progresses, inner cell mass detaches itself from trophoblast, and two more extra embryonic membranes form, which are yolk sac and amnion cavity. Seperti yang Allis dah terangkan, ada 4 extra embryonic membranes. So dalam minggu kedua ni, 2 more extra embryonic membrane akan dihasilkan, iaitu yolk sac dan amnion cavity. Dalam amnion cavity ni adalah tempat di mana embryo akan develop. In humans, dalam amnion cavity juga ada amniotic fluid yang akan bertindak sebagai insulator against cold and heat, dan dia boleh menyerap hentakan yang disebabkan oleh seseorang ibu tu buat exercise ke yang menyebabkan ada hentakan. Okay, next, gastrulation occurs. The inner cell mass flatten into embryonic disc. So dalam gambar tu, embryonic disc warna biru tu, dia akan flatten dan composed of 2 layers of cell, ectoderm and endoderm. Then embryonic disc elongates, dia akan memanjang untuk form the primitive streak. So by the invagination of cells along the streak, third germ layer akan terhasil, dan the trophoblast becomes chorion. So That is what happened in the second week. Next, we proceed to the third week. Okay, the third week of human embryonic and fetal development. Dalam minggu ketiga ni ada dua sistem organ yang penting akan make their appearance, akan terhasil. Dan sistem organ tersebut adalah nervous system and circulatory system. Nervous system ni yang melibatkan brain, otak. Circulatory system ni untuk heart. Okay, we going through the nervous system. First, a thickening of cells appear along the entire dorsal length of the embryo, and then neural folds appear. So, if you look at the picture, a picture that at the right and above, that is neural fold. And when the neural folds meet at the midline, neural tube and nerve cord are formed. Then the notochord, which is the dorsal supporting rod, is replaced, akan digantikan oleh vertebral column, dan neural tube develops into the brain. So if you look at the picture, that is neural tube yang akan develop menjadi otak. Nerve cord pula akan jadi spinal cord. Next, we move to the circulatory system, where the development of heart begins. At first, they are right and left heart tubes, and then they will fuse. And the heart begins pumping blood. Bila berlaku fusion tu, bila kiri dan kanan heart bergabung, the heart begins pumping blood. Walaupun chambers of the heart tidak terbentuk sepenuhnya. The veins enter posteriorly and the arteries exit anteriorly from the largely tubular heart. Tetapi heart ni akan twist. Kenapa heart ni akan twist? Supaya all the major blood vessels are located anteriorly. So that itu sahaja pada minggu ketiga ini. Kita teruskan dengan minggu keempat dan kelima. I'm going to proceed to the fourth and fifth weeks of human embryonic and fetal development. First, a bridge of mesoderm called the body stalk connects the caudal, which is tail, end of the embryo with the chorion. Chorion tree-like projection called chorionic villi. Dia boleh meningkatkan increase surface area for contact with the maternal portion of the placenta. Body stalk tu yang korang boleh lihat muka surat 799. Dari situ korang boleh nampak structure dia. The allantois is contained within the stalk. Kalau tengok muka surat 799 tu, allantois tu dalam body stalk tu, and its blood vessels become the umbilical blood vessels, and then the structures form the umbilical cord. Umbilical cord ni dia connects the developing embryo to the placenta. Next, limb-buds appear and develop the arms and legs, and even the hands and feet become apparent. At the same time, the head enlarges. Kepala embryo tu akan membesar, ataupun kepala dia akan membesar, dan sense organs are discernible, akan lebih mudah dilihat, which are developing eyes, ears and nose. That's all from me. Now I would like to invite Faiz to continue this presentation. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Muhammad Faiz bin Abdul Samad, AS10396 from K11.
Okay, I will continue from Imran Shah. So Imran had explained to you guys about embryonic development from first week until fifth week. So I will continue from sixth week until eighth week, which is actually the last period of the embryonic development. Okay. So first of all, the embryo becomes easily recognizable as human. As you can see at the picture provided, the appearance of the embryo is more close to human appearance. You can actually identify the head, arms, and also legs, and also its neck. Okay. Secondly, the head achieves its normal relationship with the body as a neck region develops. This is regardless with the brain development, and because of that also the nervous system is developed well enough to permit reflexes such as responses of touch. And lastly, at the end of this period, the length of the embryo should be 38 millimeter and the weight should be less than 1 gram. This is typical characteristic of the embryo after completing this period. So now let's proceed to the structure and function of placenta. So first of all, for the general functions, placenta enable gas, nutrient and waste exchange between maternal and the fetus. Secondly, placenta also transport maternal antibodies to fetus, and this happen late in the fetal development, and because of this, the fetus will be protected against common microbes or pathogens that the mother had been exposed before. And last but not least, placenta also produce progesterone and estrogen hormones, which are functionally prevent any new follicles from maturing and also maintain the lining of uterus. Therefore, no menstruation will occur. So now let's proceed to the structure we have in placenta and also their respective functions. So first here we have umbilical cord, which contains umbilical blood vessels that consist of umbilical arteries and veins. Their functions is that to transport waste molecules from fetus and take oxygen and nutrient molecule from maternal. Therefore, the fetus can gain enough and sufficient nutrient from maternal and also transport their waste through this cord. Secondly, we have chorionic villi, which enable molecule exchange. Okay, chorionic villi prevent blood mix during exchange because it happens across plasma membranes, and chorionic villi also penetrate uterine lining. Um, we have heard before in lungs, we have villi also, right? We have the same organ name here, so it actually works the same way as lungs. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So for today, me, Intan, Namirah, Binti, Ahmad, Nasaruddin with the matrix number AS10384 will be continuing our presentation by presenting about fetal development and birth. Fetal development and birth will be consisting of fetal development and the stages of birth. So firstly, we will go through fetal development. So when does fetal development occur? Fetal development occur during month 3 to 9. So during this period of month, there will be extreme increase in size of the baby. The weight of the baby will multiply by 600 times. For instance, if the starting weight is 28 gram, it will increase to 3 kg. Next, the fetus will grow about 50 cm in length. During this period of months, there will be also complete development of the baby's face and head. For instance, hair, eyebrow, and eyelashes will started to form as finishing touches. At the area of hands and feet, it will also be completed by fingernails and toenails. In the third month, the genitalia also started to appear, so it is very possible to identify the gender of the fetus by using technology such as ultrasound. Next, there will also be a fine downy hair called as lanugo, covers the limb and trunk, but it will soon disappear. So right now, we continue to what happened during development. So during development, the fetus will look very, very old. This is because the skin grows so fast that it started to wrinkle. A waxy cheese-like substance will protect the skin from the watery amniotic fluid. The waxy cheese-like substance is called as vernic caseosa. Then we will see that from the 4th month on, the mother will start to feel the movement of the fetal limb in case the fetal started to kicking the mother's stomach or move. Their heartbeat can also be heard during the from 4th month on. However, it can be heard only by stethoscope. By about 18 weeks, the fetus will also be able to hear and respond to sounds. By 24th week, fetus that is born has a chance of surviving. However, the lungs are very immature and cannot capture oxygen adequately. So, it has a chance of surviving. However, it is not high. However, as the fetus rapidly grows during the 3rd trimester, its chance of surviving from being born a month or 2 prematurely will increase dramatically. So right now, we'll continue to the stages of birth. The stages of birth of our syllabus is actually very simple, and I have already put it into 3 steps. So firstly, when the brain of the fetus started sufficiently matures, the fetal hypothalamus will stimulate pituitary to release ACTH. The ACTH will then cause adrenal cortex to release androgens into the bloodstream. So androgens is basically a male hormone such as testosterone, but it will help during the stages of birth. Then the androgen will diffuse into the placenta, and it is used as a precursor for estrogen hormone. In other words, androgen will act as a substance that will help the formations of estrogen hormones. And here, estrogen hormones will stimulate productions of prostaglandin and oxytocin. The function of prostaglandin is for contraction and relaxation of smooth muscle, and the function of oxytocin is for contraction of the womb. So it will help the mother to give birth. These 3 molecules cause the uterus to contract and relax to expel fetus. Lastly, we will go through the process of birth. There are 3 stages during the process of birth, which is the first stages. The cervix dilates to allow passage of baby's head and body, and about the same time, the amnion will usually burst. In other terms, it means that the mother's water will breaking, or usually in Malay we will heard it as air ketuban pecah. The second stages is when the baby is born and umbilical cord is cut. Umbilical cord is basically tali pusat. And lastly, the third stages is when the placenta is delivered, and tada! A baby is delivered. So, basically, that is all from our group. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a good day.